Hey everybody and welcome to the stream. Take number 2. Why are we not live? Oh. We're live. Okay, cool. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. This is stream number 4. Last time we kinda proceeded with modeling the characters, and we will be kinda finalizing this to some extent, where we're happy with what we have. So yeah, let's just jump right into it, as Freddy would say. Let's see here. I have a multi-res, yeah. So I have to check what I did last time. Yeah, okay. So probably at this point gonna apply the multi-res just to make my life a little bit easier. Gonna go into wireframe mode. I'm gonna select all vertices on this side. That looks good. Yeah, this just to make modeling the hand a little bit easier. Go to solid. On my other screen, I'm gonna open up some hand references. Let's do this. Let's model a hand. Alright, so we're gonna give it 4 fingers. So it looks nice. Nice and stylized. Alright. So let's single out his body and even go a little bit further and single out his hand so we can really focus on that without too many distractions. First and foremost, let's delete this glove. Alright. Let's already adjust the top a bit. I'm gonna go in here. That looks good. Tip of the thumb. A little bit further. Gonna bevel this. Decrease the size a little bit. And that looks a little bit big, I guess. Gonna pull that thumb a little bit. So yeah, this is just mainly like modeling. If you have any questions, leave them in this chat section below. So I'm live, but I can't see myself live on the dashboard. That is... Oh. I am offline. Okay. Hello, Sharon Mayurov. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. I still want to see. Oh, I can see my chat again. That is nice. Okay, welcome to the chat. Oh, now I see what's wrong. I can only see the chat. Can I not? It's 50-50. Disappears if I... Huh. That is a weird thing to do. Okay. Just gonna rearrange my windows here. So I can see my chat. Alright. We're good. And yes, we can continue. There we go. Yeah, so now we have to figure out. We have 12 vertices. Okay. Just gonna okay, a loop here. So we kind of want this to go like this. So kind of want to emphasize some parts of the hand, like it's a little bit more realistic. Like first see that it is correct and then create the fingers. So we don't have to do that after the fingers are created, and that will make our job of making the fingers a little bit easier. I'm gonna relax this a bit and actually flatten it out. There we go. This should not go inwards. Looks okay-ish. I think it's still a little bit too. Yeah, it's a little bit too thick. Let's make this a little bit flatter. Like even, let's put this the other way around actually. And let's just relax the shape a little bit and then flatten it out again. Okay, that looks okay for now. All right, so how are we gonna do this? Okay, that's an interesting technique. Let's just try like 1, 2, 3, 4. That should work, right? So let's first try. Let's space these out. Look to space. Yeah, good. Then extruding them to roughly the shape of a hand. Yes. And actually splitting these up. These are currently just placeholders. Yes. Just now I want to check if I inset this, if this makes sense. Kind of does. Just trying to get the topology right again before I start detail modeling. Downwards. Actually, maybe I want to delete these outer ones. Oh yeah, let me put on my screencast keys. Yes, just okay. There we go. Oh yeah, my bigger mouse, of course. Mouse settings. There we go. What color do we do this time? It's a nice blue. Nice blue will do. Alright. Okay. Actually. How did they do this? Trying to replicate a nice. I think this. That is weird. So they make a loop cut for the finger that goes around. Okay. Yeah, sorry if there's no music this time, but I got a copyright claim last time, although I was using a radio station that apparently claimed not to have a problem with that. But if you want, you can put up some nice music, some relaxing music along with the stream. This is a relaxing stream. This is a let's model stream, right? I'm not quite happy with this actually. But to achieve what I want, let's already try and I would need to do the same thing here, right? Yeah. And set boundary. Can I not add trail? Add other? No. Oh, okay. Let me just do it the hard way. Do this. Good. Alright, let's do the same thing of selecting this and relaxing them a bunch. Alright. We'll worry about these ones later, or slight adjustments. Okay. Now. So I have to add this here. So in best case scenario, I would make a loop. Whoops, it looks, whoops. Yeah, that's not gonna work now. Make a loop that has 11 verts. Doesn't make sense. Oh, because there's still like, yeah, there's only one here. So 10 verts. So I'll dissolve this one. But I'm just gonna try it. I'm gonna delete these furthers, yes. Actually, so I'm gonna connect this one. This one. Should be one here as well. Yeah, okay. So if I extrude this now, it's gonna look. Oof. No. First, let's actually relax these. If I keep relaxing on, it's gonna start to look weird. Whoops. Hands are not easy. Like sometimes I keep hearing that 80% of the work is 20% of the time, and it's so true. Like for a body, like so much is pretty straightforward and easy, but then you start on the hands and woof, that's a whole nother bag of deliciousness. I'm just gonna use the circle one. I want my fingers to be actually round, right? Makes sense. And then we're gonna extrude this just to be there. So then we come into the problem. We also want to do it with this circle. Kind of just the same size. Something weird happened here. Shift N. Okay, there we go. Extrude this. Does this work? Like, this is gonna cause some artifacts. So just gonna keep on continuing doing this, and then we'll see where we. Oh, whoops. Something like this. Oh, come on. There's like a smart F plugin. Add-ons. Oh. Yes. So it's the Mesh F2 plugin, and I think it does some does some extra functions. I think it's a bit handier. Yeah. Okay, let's go here. Loop tools. Circle. Let's make this more or less a circle. Yeah. We're gonna have to find a solution for that because it's we also want to keep our fingers somewhat the same size. Of course, the pinky is gonna be a little bit smaller, but just circle. There. Okay, now we kind of want to fix this with a wireframe mode. I'm actually gonna, if you've been following along, I'm sorry, but just gonna delete these vertices. Okay. Now I kind of want to find better solutions for these edges, so I'm just gonna delete them. Sometimes it's easier just to delete it and think it over. Yes. So we kind of want it's gonna sound weird. I'm just gonna try it. This is it right? No. Let's think about this. That makes sense. So we want a loop cut that goes like here, but then goes around. Oops. Goes around. Well, what? Yeah. So. Like this. Just gonna try this for a second. Like this. And then goes here. If that makes sense. So we're just gonna. And I don't see a way of modeling this the easy way at the moment. So we could connect these two. All right. Yes. Sorry, somebody's getting anxiety now. We kind of want that loop cut. I'm just gonna do this now the quick way. We kind of want it to rotate the correct way. Let's yeah, this is gonna be clear in a second. Oh, what did I do here? Oh, that makes sense. And then just add a loop cut. Oops, no, I loop cut to this one. It's gonna look weird for a second. So if we increase the size. Make this actually like, okay. Well, it's not the most efficient of ways, but I think it's better if I like this. Yes. I need to find a modeling way for this, like easier. So now I'm just like making this work. Yeah, like that. Okay. Just gonna spread the fingers a bit. So basically what you want to get is a loop cut. It goes like inside the neighboring fingers and around the whole of the finger. So then you now comes the fun part. You want to do the same on the other side. But I think we can now ease our process a bit by connecting these. No? Yes? Wait, I'm confused. Ah, this is where it becomes fun. Oh wait, we actually created a yeah, I see what I did wrong. I think the trick is of pulling it a little bit more forward. Okay, I think I know what to do. So let's restart this. Yes, and let's actually start from circles. So let's presume it's 3, 4, 5, 8. So let's make circles of 8 vertices. Okay, that should be somewhere here. Okay, good. It's gonna be one finger. I'm trying to place this a little bit manually. All right. Okay. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 those fingers. All right. So, oops, I'm gonna select the top ones and the bottom ones. These are just gonna be further. Okay, we're just gonna do this from a point of view where we first fix the loop cuts and then proceed further. All right. And we want to go select all of these, and these are going to be the fingers. Okay. Select them, Shift N to normalize the normals. Recalculate normals. That's the official term. All right. I actually want to add, well, can do this a bit easier. Let's go with these again. Oops. Press double G. Gonna extrude these 3 times. Yes. Actually, these ones are going to be connected by a loop cut, with each a loop cut in between. So Shift Alt, right click, and the same with the bottoms ones here. There we go. All right, and also let's extrude this one here. Let's go like this. Okay. Extrude this. Whoops. No. All right. So I can make it an engine or something. Let's put on. Let's put off the back face culling because I kind of want to see the entire mesh for the moment. All right. And am I using it like F2? Output F. Don't have any extra options for that, but okay. Huh, weird. Okay, so gonna connect these as well. That's kind of the long way of doing it, but I kind of want to learn how to do it, so I'm going the long way at the moment. Connect these up. Alright, and these up top. Oops. There we go. And then the fun begins. Because now I'm going to add an edge loop to each of these. Now we want, I'm just going to do this with the middle, between the middle finger and the ring finger. So I'm going to press double G. I'm going to go like this. And oh, this ought to be fun. We want to create an intersection between, yes. Okay, hold on. I'm analyzing my reference. So these are correct. Now I want this one to connect to this one. So I'm just gonna create this. Okay, it's as easy as that. Okay, so you just want to select these. Okay, so that's correct. How do I? Oh, and then you just do. Then you just merge these and then, okay. So I actually just want to merge these two and then create a face in between. Okay. So I want to also merge these. All right. That is how you do. Yes. Because now this goes around. Then just want to connect these ones and go poof poof and poof poof, and then you have an animation friendly and topology. Whoops. Poof 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 poof. There's probably a way easier way to do it. I can check that once I have the full topology. Whoa. There we go. So now, okay, yeah, I have to still have to do that at the bottom. I'm going to say at center, Alt M to merge. By the way, I'm going to check if there's some chat. No, not at the moment. Hello viewers, thanks for the likes. By the way, I kind of want to shape these into diamonds. Just press F now. Okay, that was a trick. Smart effing. Okay. Yeah, and then just finish this one up. So now we have the correct, and the rest is pretty straightforward. These are just circles that end up Now we have to connect this to this. So we have 16 vertices here and 20 vertices here. So we need to create 4 more vertices here without. So these 3 are fine. So I guess we have to create 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom, which will be pretty straightforward. Just gonna inset this. Not individual. Delete these. There we go. And do the same here. Inset, delete these ones. There we go. So now all we want to do is go to vertex mode, select this loop, and relax it a little bit. All right, and now I'm gonna save this. I'm saving to my external disk, so that's gonna, okay. There we go. Control Shift, add another one. Incremental save, because I do not want to screw this up. And then using my proportional editing, I'm just gonna place everything in its supposed place. So don't worry about the smoothness, we'll fix that in a second. So kind of want, okay, then just not to have any artifacts in a moment. I'm just gonna extrude these like this. I'm gonna extrude this for a second. Just gonna go into sculpt mode. No, sculpt mode, and then smooth this out. Don't worry, it's looking weird, but we're gonna fix that. We can actually use the inflate brush. We just want this part to look right? I don't care about the fingers at the moment, so we'll be redoing them anyway. There you go. Smooth this out again. Okay, let's go back to edit mode. Let's delete these vertices again. And this looks, yeah, like a hand. I mean, looks pretty fine. Can I adjust some things? Like we have some intersections here, which I don't think are the worst, but let's do stretch amount like a bit. There we go, like a real hand. Maybe. Okay. Take these apart. Break up the vertices fighting. There we go. Now if you go into shade smooth, or actually apply a subdivision, this looks way better than what we had before. So these edges are very nice. So if you go into wireframe mode, you see that it actually goes around naturally. This will help animating a lot. We're going to delete the subdivision again. So now to connect these, actually, let's make it a little bit like this. Just gonna really fast do check. No, it's lining up. Okay, so something here doesn't line up. It's fine. Let's go. Fine. I'll have to find a better solution for that. I guess could actually let's relax this a bit. There we go. hand, more of a hand shape. There we go. Right, this is keep remembering what the top is. The top is gonna curve a little bit on top here. Right. Let's relax these along this curve. There we go. Looks a lot better. Alright, so connect these. Connect this. That kind of makes sense. And then actually bring this loop around here. Let's see here. This. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. I'd actually bring another loop cut in here. So we can maybe go into sculpt mode to drag around some elements. There we go. I want our knuckles to be not super visible. I mean, but that at least the shape of the hand makes kind of sense, right? You can look at your own hands when it's right there. You can see like this kind of leans up. Smooth it out a little bit. And maybe I want the hand to start a little bit earlier. Right. To edit mode. So just gonna delete these fingers for a second. No, delete. Vertices. Okay. Go into solid mode. Loop to circle them. By like some degree. Even human fingers are like circles to some extent, so we don't want to beat around that bush. So go like this. So try to fit. So you kind of all have to have the same size. A little bit big at the moment. I'm just going to do it again. Go to circle, yeah, there we go. Smaller than especially the pinky. That's not a circle. I think I have to relax maybe a little bit. See what happens. Okay. Yeah, keep them straight. So I kind of want this to already be correct. And then just go like poof. Make these vertices somewhat in the shape that you want the fingers to be. You can see here, like, yeah, it's actually extend the fingers in the way of their loops, so that they just face the normal. All right, and then we have our fingers. Okay. So, I actually kind of want to make the fingers consistent, so I'm trying to do this all the fingers at the same time. So I'm just first going to find, can I, no. Let's go normal. Yes. Wait. No. I think best way is maybe to fill them up. Yeah, there we go. Scale them down, maybe push them a little bit forward. All right. Okay. Then just do it again. Delete these faces, and then you're not around. Can I do save? If I try experimental stuff with the loop tools, I always save because sometimes it just doesn't work. It crashes the program. There we go. And then we very simply connect these. Connect these. Make a loop cut. And connect these. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, and that makes sense. Good. So, same here. Oops. That did not do it. Oops. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Poof. 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 And poof. 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 Leave it this way. Oh. There we go. All right. So now I kind of want to create the middle of the fingers. So I'm going to add 3 loop cuts because we can. And we add 2 loop cuts because we have 2 points at which we can bend the fingers. All right. And then I'm gonna bevel these like this. All right, and now we're gonna have to do some cleanup, finger by finger. I actually want this to be smoother. I'm actually gonna go select all of these and kind of push them up so that the transition to the fingers is a little bit smoother. Kind of see here that this should be higher. There's something weird going on here. Do more in the middle, just so that we have a clean mesh. There we go. Actually want this to be a little bit less. So that with the sculpt tools, smooth them out a little bit. That's smoother to the fingers. Yeah, so actually, so fingers don't really go straight, so might have done a boo-boo there. So let's go pick the top of my fingers. And then with the fall offset to linear, I'm actually gonna move the fingers a bit down. Something does feel weird here. Yeah, I know. So I'm gonna grab my fingers here, put them a little bit higher, a nice look more, and then put them a bit higher. There's some big hands, but we'll fix the size later. That's not something hard to do. Let's get this up. Actually, press Alt S. This one here. Press Alt S to thicken it a little bit. Maybe de-stress this curve a little bit. And actually, I'm gonna select the inner ones here. Set my proportional fall off to smooth again. Actually, gonna press Alt S. That doesn't work. Does that work? Median point, Alt S. Yes, that works. Actually put subtly a little bit of a curve going there. So our fingertips are a little bit more thicker than our wrist. And maybe curve them a little bit up. Yeah, that looks good. It looks fine. Maybe make it a little bit thicker again. Can even if you select these ones, maybe make the hands a little, fingertips a little bit thicker. You gotta add one more edge loop for the fingertips, actually. Wait, these ones, right? And then just rotate them something like this. And that looks pretty nice. Cool. Cool. All right. I think we can maybe increase the fingers here and there a bit. I mean, the rest is still a bit tweaking. But I think it looks fine for now. It looks like a hand. I think if we unhide the hand. Maybe a little bit smaller. All right. And our boy has hands. Nice. Now that I see everything in comparison, I might just thicken a little bit by the Z-axis. Turn a little bit. It's a little bit tweaking. See what you like. Maybe they are a bit long. No, that looks fine. No, let's not overthink it too much. It looks fine. It's nice. All right. Let's go to our shirt here. Kind of want to make this in and a little bit better. So it doesn't look like the arm is smoothing into the, oops, what do we do here? Into the shirt. So go like this. Decrease the size also of this edge. That looks a lot nicer. Then once we pull in some ambient occlusion, we can, I mean, that's really what I'm looking for. I think once you put some ambient occlusion in there, it's gonna look nice enough. Yeah. Sure. That works. As long as it looks like a separate object, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is awesome. Let's put up some music from my own. Just like, hey Kenny Gottfried, how you doing? And hello Mach 9 Marcus. Hi everybody, thanks so much for the series, it's amazing. Oh, you're welcome. We'll see how it turns out, and then you can say if it's amazing or not. Just gonna check. Okay, we're still live. All right. You can never be too sure if you're still live. Here I'm actually maybe gonna add an edge loop and turn this down. So we just have a little bit more place to spin. And you actually see like the full effect of the ambient occlusion. And that maybe tells us we should add our loop cut here. Looks a little bit nicer. I mean, that's fine. You can fake some ambient occlusion. And big question is, do we want a featured or not? That always looks a little bit nicer. Can put some kind of edge in there. Also, I did put on clipping, right? Yeah, okay. That's still nice. Okay. So now we can put in the details of our model. Make the shoulders a little bit broader. Although, because you have to keep in mind that now, if you raise, raise your arm like that, then I mean, maybe it's better fixable by putting the neck a little bit lower. Yeah. And then if you put our pivot point here over a rig, then this is gonna nicely rotate down. Yeah, I'm totally avoiding doing the hair. Shouldn't do that. I'm putting a bad example. Oh, I want to delete the subdivision here so you actually see what we're doing. There we go. In there. This is kind of weird thing with the pans there, where they I'm just gonna single out the boy again so our dog doesn't run in the way. And just the question is if it makes sense that it doesn't go like this but like this. Shorts, let's Google it. Our shorts actually go kind of straight, right? Just kind of wanna fix that. This, and then kind of transition into that. Looks awesome. And maybe put the I don't know, the trouser, the pipes as we call them in Dutch. Do a little bit more contour here. Yeah. This back is very straight now. Yeah. Kind of want to improve his silhouette on, because we kind of want to go for like a little bit of a stylized look, right? So kind of want to have his boots being a little bit more amplified. So I'm gonna add an extra loop cut here. It actually goes down here. That looks nice. And actually, oh, I see this. I kind of want to, no, not space. But I want to relax it up a little bit. Man, relaxing faces doesn't work. That's so weird. Man, it's a shame. Relax. But I guess it's kind of a hard algorithm to do. I know there's somewhere a tool to actually do that with faces, but God forbid. I suppose you've been asked a lot about it, but what's your opinion about this new version? About 2.8, I guess. Yeah, it's great. Let's put a verdict on the stream here. I immediately jumped on board because it's a new version. You have to adapt. So I mean, either way, if you like it or not. But I mean, I've talked to Ton Rosenthal a couple of, well, once, I guess. And he's, I mean, if there's somebody who puts love into his project, it's him, and like as well as Pablo and all the rest of the developer team and the rest at the Blender Institute. I mean, I understand the changes they're making, because they are necessary. But like, I'm not that hyped about 2.0. I mean, I think like the technical feats, like the viewport, well, the viewport shader is still the same, but then the Eevee look depth shader is awesome. Like the real time, it really makes, because it works so in sync with Cycles. It uses the same shader language, I suppose. Like previewing your shaders and playing with procedural shaders is so much nicer. But I think, like, because a lot of people asked why is this not named Blender 3.0, because I mean, it's a whole new version and it's so much changes, but I think there's still a lot to do, and I think like Pablo shares that opinion, him the most. That, for instance, if you go into there's like particle systems, for instance, like hair particles, I mean, this still needs a lot of cleaning up. I think like how all this works, and also the texture system. The texture system still doesn't like I still don't get why this is here. Also, the texture painting is nice and it kind of works, but it works technically, but from a user standpoint, it's not there where Substance is. I mean, we're not doing something revolutionary. They're trying to get Blender to a point where yeah, how to say, like that it can compete with like Maya and Substance, but I think like they're going at a nice rate, right? And they are definitely now at a competitive level. If you regard it on a consumer level, so for people who want to learn 3D and people who want to do 3D on a small scale, like freelance, for those kind of people, this is, I mean, this is a fantastic program. Just trying to overshoot the pants with the shirt a little bit, so it kind of looks a little bit more like, I don't know why I'm doing it this way, so I'm just like distorting it now. Okay, so let's just select the entire, because I'm talking, I'm working at the same time. But yeah, let's not go too much on a tangent here, but my main point is that for consumer and small studios and freelancers, and also people who are not like totally into 3D animation, but just use it as a 3D tool to get to other goals like 3D printing or like previs, or I mean, there's even like, because now Andrew Price was in Corridor Digital, and Ren, like the main guy in front of the camera, switched from I think it's 3ds or Maya to Cinema 4D, and like didn't switch to Blender, but there's actually people also using Blender there. I'm thinking of the Spider-Man short. They made like this Spider-Man delivering a cake, and he's actually flying through the city, and they're full CG shots, and I know they're made in Blender, because one of the younger guys there uses Blender, and I think like for smaller projects this makes sense, because it's a free software and it's kind of versatile in what you can do in it. You can kind of adjust it as well, like because it's open source, to your own liking. You can fairly easily program some pipeline tools in there that fit to your project. On the other side, on the flip side, I think to use it as a industry standard, it's still way too early. I think if they keep on this course of like improving Blender as they are, then yeah, in a few years it might kind of take a big chunk of the market. Like let's say, I'm calling it now, let's say Blender 3.8 is but yeah, there's already like big studios switching to Blender, but mainly like for it's more of a creative tool, definitely. I think if you want to get something in 3D out in Maya or 3ds Max, is you have to have a lot more technical skill. Also, I think the beauty on Blender is that it becomes more and more artist friendly. Oof, something happened here. Let's shift N. No, that's. Oh yeah, I see what happened here. Okay, so let's go like this. Yes, and then actually go like this. Okay, there, fixed it. Select the edge here. It kind of went inwards, so I probably want it. Although, I think we can just follow the rest of the edge loop here. This being the inside of the shirt. There we go. But in general, yeah, I like the new version. There's a lot of people angry about like the icons being on the side, but it makes sense because like if you have too many icons here, you have to kind of expand this tool set like up here and then maybe even scroll through it. And I mean, putting them on the side, it only takes like I guess 10 pixels of your screen, and you can see all of them pretty small. Like if you need something specific like the render tab or the world tab, I guess it makes more sense on the side. For the rest, like they minimalize the UI, which is always nice in every program. It's kind of like looking and searching where things are. The only thing I find weird, but that's something with the node wrangler. Just put this up for a second. It used to be that if you alt right click and drag, you would connect these two nodes, but now it doesn't. And it throws me off so much. So normally it would, like, if you press Ctrl 0, it would create a mix node. And I cannot find any documentation to why this is. So yeah, that's weird. For the rest, yeah, I think there's still a lot of work to do. The grease pencil is awesome, by the way. I love using it. I'm trying to check if I can use it for some 2D animation. Also, like for motion graphics, I'm kind of disliking After Effects more and more because I do some motion graphic work sometimes for clients. It's yeah, I'm just doing some fixing work now here and there, seeing where we can improve the mesh quality. Like I'm checking if it would be easier to actually work in Blender, especially with the animation nodes, but I have to get into those animation nodes again. I kind of did try to use them a long time ago. yeah, that's definitely a couple of time ago, but I think combining the animation nodes with like if we would have some improved text tools. I don't know if there's add-ons for that. I should check it, really. Because I'm in a stage in my career now where I kind of want to experiment stuff again. I've been kind of doing the same stuff for a couple of years now. This is like kind of pushing myself to see what my limits are and where I need to learn. Because next to the stream, like if I stop streaming for 2 days, it means I'm learning something that I want to use for the stream. Something more technical or that I then again can explain to you guys. But I'm kind of running ahead on that course because at this point I'm learning, well, I learned color management and like in the ACES color system, and like then how actually you like with HDRs, like high dynamic range pictures you use to light your environment to actually like get a realistic output as well. Because there's a difference of like you can use a lookup table, that's it, LUT lookup table for inputting images that you can use as lights, also for outputting, and that will determine how your how it looks on camera. Because the thing about Blender is, well, the thing about cycles actually is I cannot, for the love of me, achieve the color depth and fidelity and like how the lighting looks of like Pixar movies. Of course, I mean they have like a lot of people working there, but yeah, but I would like to see some more text tools, especially I mean, I know they can't automatically fix the topology. That's kind of hard. Yeah, you can lower the resolution here, and then you can kind of, I guess, yourself put better geometry in there. I know what I want to see from this. I should experiment with that and maybe see if I can make some tutorials about it. Because yeah, I mean, Adobe has been kind of disappointing these last few years. Whereas like Krita took massively over for artists. They kind of missed an entire market there. Because I think their subscription based model is nice. So you pay 60 quid a month and then you get all of their software, or you pay like 15 quid a month. And like, although people are like, yeah, but it's like 600 or like 720 euros a year. That's a lot for that software package for 1 year, and that's certainly a lot more than you would pay for like CS4, CS5, CS6. Because I still remember this, like the CS 5.15 update was such a train wreck. Because people were just like, I mean, at least like because I was still in college, like they updated it with some features, and I was like, yeah, but you need to update. I didn't think it was a free update. It's just like you have to wait for features for the next year. Because if they just add them for free, it's like, yeah, okay, but then what are we going to show for a new, how are we going to, I don't know what's happening here. Okay. Because they needed to motivate people to buy the new version. So many people got stuck on CS5 because CS 5.5 and CS6 didn't add like enough for people to motivate paying 600 euros. But now they can just update the software whenever they want. I think Photoshop still holds up, and Illustrator like for graphic design, and Photoshop for like adjusting pictures, and I still use it for texturing and stuff. But like sometimes they dabble into 3D stuff. Where, let me check my Creative Cloud files. Like they made the character animator where you can animate in real time. And it's basically you set up your webcam, and then it tracks your face in real time, and it looks like a Instagram filter basically. Although Instagram does it better, like in Snapchat, than Adobe does it. And you can kind of animate things in real time, but it looks so clunky, and it looks like these. It looks worse than these children cartoons on YouTube with the nursery rhymes, which is yeah, which is kind of bad actually. And then now they bought Algorithmic, I think it is. Adobe actually bought Algorithmic, which resulted in absolutely nothing. I think they want to try to compete with Cinema 4D and Blender. Like no doubt Adobe already sent a mail to Blender asking if they can buy Blender, but as long as the open source thing is going on, then I think the arm needs a little bit more refining here. Let's make the arm a little bit pointier. Yeah, the thing I'm doing now, by the way, just an update for our new viewers here, is like I'm trying to improve the silhouette of the character. And now I kind of see like that the forearm might not be long enough, or oh, let's see here. Well, I think the hand is just too big still. Let's go in here and decrease the size of the hand. I mean, you kind of want to go for a stylized, but and it's a kid, so it kind of has like bigger hands than adults would, like compared to his body. I guess this kind of works better. Maybe we just want to select Peter's arm and actually shorten it in. Because now, like if I follow it, it should kind of stop on his hips, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Trying to improve his silhouette, and let's also do the eyebrows to get a little bit of an interesting character there. I mean, we don't want to go full up with it and make the characters like blocks and blobs. We kind of want to learn the fundamentals first before we venture into it. But yeah, as I was saying, like Adobe certainly has a way to go of trying to find a market. But a friend of mine actually made a pretty good point, like, because people were saying the same thing about Maya and 3ds Max, that Autodesk didn't really care about Max and Maya, and they're right, because apparently, like, whereas Blender is primarily used for animation and commercial animation, Autodesk has this huge packet for like technical 3D stuff and technical drawing, and that takes about like 90% of their market, like their revenue, is from what's called AutoCAD. So yeah, the fact that they are not pouring a lot of resources into updating Max or Maya, which is basically like yeah, and also by the competition, they're forced to actually lower those license costs, which then even further drops the revenue. Then I think it might be even plausible that Autodesk might say in the next few years, like, okay, we're gonna drop updating Maya and 3ds Max, just gonna support it for a couple of few years, and then just drop the software entirely. I mean, that would be a good business decision, because I mean, like the technical, like the architecture, like that whole industry, like engineers using AutoCAD, they don't care about. They're not as committed as a community as a 3D arts community, where they will complain about a company and such. They just care about, like, is it still affordable and do we use the software? So yeah. But yeah, there's definitely a shift happening. But as they add the subscription system for Substance as for their entire suite, it will be a problem for them. Sorry for the mistakes. I don't think they will do that. I think they are too I mean, I don't know, right? This is just simple guesswork. But I don't think they will change anything to Substance. I think now, I think just the head of Substance now became into a management position, and now they're like can rely on funds from Adobe. I don't think they will incorporate it into anything or change the model. Or I missed some news. But if we, I think the let's hear product Substance. Didn't they already change to a subscription model? Yeah. So this has been a subscription model for a while now, right? But I think it works because if you work with a subscription model, I think it works for most stuff more, especially software, because then you hey String Fairy, thanks. Yeah, it's kind of coming along. So String Fairy says hello, looking better. Hey String Fairy, how have you been? So yeah, I think because a software, like especially nowadays, like even games are not even finished when they get released, and you're always updating, and like games are kind of like at this point still like, okay, pay $60 and then you get the game, and then updates are free, but then you get DLC. But it's like, yeah, nobody's gonna buy a game because you're updating it. I think there's a couple of exceptions, but once you sold, I mean, your biggest revenue comes from the first like couple of days, weeks. I mean, especially indie games, and the first year, and after that, sure, you get some legacy revenue, but nobody would like see an update like for a released full game. This is also different for alpha games like Kerbal Space Program, like of course updated with stuff added. But if your updates are like tweaks and bug fixes and performance things, nobody's gonna buy the game because they see an update coming along. So you're actually pouring resources into what is basically how people think of your company and future sales. But then it's just like, yeah, but at which stage do you release the game? And I think like subscription models are also gonna, they're already here at games, especially with the cloud gaming and such. But it's a whole nother. I think it's a reasonable concern when we talk about Adobe. But I mean, Substance has been on a subscription base for a while now, right? I mean, I don't have Substance because, you know, I use Blender. But can't be bothered to learn, basically. Maybe at some point, but at this moment I'm actually learning either to do 3D or 2D, and I'm learning to draw, but it's like Substance was already a company that wanted to earn money and sell stuff, and like at the best way. And I think if you look at it from a marketing standpoint, subscription is basically you pay for as long as you need it, and they can, with those funds that come in, as long as people are using it, they can update it. They can pour funds into updating the software. This actually happens with Blender as well, right? People subscribe to the Blender cloud, and that money goes to the Blender Animation Studio, and then there's also grants for the Blender Foundation, and that goes to the development team. I think that's somehow it goes. So that's also kind of like a subscription level. Of course, yeah, Blender's open source and it's free, but it's still getting paid for. It's just getting paid for by rich companies who want to see the development, and also by small users who have the extra cash to actually, because if you subscribe, I actually want to become a subscriber, but my what's it called? My PayPal is being a little weird about sending funds to the Netherlands, which is kind of weird because I live in Belgium, which is like right next to the Netherlands. We speak the same language and everything, but somehow there's something prohibiting me from just transferring PayPal funds to the Blender cloud, and I don't have any other problems with it. So yeah, we have to start the hair. I'm discussing, I'm tweaking the entire object just to not do the hair, but yeah, let's just find some. I'm just gonna real quick like 3D hair character, I guess, on Pinterest, my dear friend. I'm just gonna find some cool hair that would kind of fit the character, kind of just apply it, see how it goes. What would give the character maybe a little bit more, to actually have him have this kind of spike. It would make the silhouette a lot more interesting. Yeah, like making the hair in a basic shape mostly works. Like a shark. Let's see here if we have other options. Hope you all enjoy the sound of my scrolling. Yes, Kenny. I am Belgisch. So I'm actually half Belgium, half German. I lived also in the Netherlands for like 10 years, so I'm also, yeah. The Jimmy Neutron look doesn't fit the tone of the movie, I don't think. You might be right. But for Jimmy Neutron, his hair is like this, right? Yeah. Trying to find some other solutions. I mean, I don't want to give him too long hair as well, because then we have to animate it. I'm also not going to work with the actual hair functions in Blender, because I cannot be bothered. Did Up actually do it? I'm curious. I don't remember. Yeah, that's real hair, but it's really stylized. Okay. Of course it's real hair, it's Pixar. What am I saying? I'm a crazy person. Maybe have to curl down. Yeah, let's see here. Just playing it around. I already kind of wanted to have it a little bit more, but curls, eh? Just make a little bit thicker here and there. It's like, yeah, as you said, like the tone of the movie is kind of like he's lost, hopeless. Like a slick hairdo is not like first thing that comes to mind. I'm just playing around and now let's see if something comes up. This kind of goes somewhere interesting. Because curls are like, should look up curls. 3D curls. No, that's okay. Now I'm finding this 3D curls character. Just gonna look for messy character hair 3D like concept. Some concept art, it looks nice. Nah, character art messy. I don't know. Man, if you just gave him / her long hair, that would be kind of. Is there a? That's not. That's not okay for Pinterest. I'm happy this is on my other screen because, oof, that would have got me demonetized in 5 seconds. So it's like a kid, so we can't give it like too adult like hair. Let's see here. I found some nice things. It's also not too detailed, so. Let's go with a very basic shape. So let's I don't want to lose this. Let's put this over here. Put the oh no, wait, that's not Control-Shift-C anymore. That is Shift. No, Shift-S. Cursor just like that. Okay. Control-A, mesh, cube. Yes. So let's approach this from a standpoint. Cancel. Save. Hey, real noob. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let's see here. Let's try to do this with like the least amount of shapes I can do. Right. So let's mirror this. You know what? No, let's not mirror this because I don't want the hair to be symmetrical. Let's go here. Oh, come on. Let's go here. Let's go here. I'm just trying stuff. So we come up with good solutions. So this down. That looks weird. I mean, hair is organic, right? I'm gonna have to add a lot more shapes to do that. Yeah, this might be the start of something interesting here. Just gonna look for stylized hair to see. Man, there's so many great options for long hair. Analog. I'm gonna butcher her name, but Analoginova has such great stylized hair. Oh man, her character are great. She improved a lot. She's from Moscow. Yeah, so if you want to look up some nice character art, Anna, so with one N, Loginova is a place to go. Just gonna link her in the chat real quick. Can I cannot type in the chat. Why can't I not type? Oh, there. Say something. There you go. It's gonna be a bit weird, like seeing the chat 5 seconds before I say that I'm not chatting it. Let's see here. Let's grab our vertices. I think we're getting somewhere. I think I kind of want to have him brush his hair like. Maybe we can add that to the animation. It kind of brushes his hair back, but it's like long and messy and hasn't cut in a long while. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that is. Do go follow her. She's amazing. Like she reminds like that type of art is what I'm really like trying to achieve with my characters. So I never made the real connection between my art station and my YouTube channel, I think. Although, nah, there are links in there. And we're getting somewhere with the hair. We have a big bushel here, like. Let's go into sculpt mode real quick. Got my tablet. Go to that topo for a second. Yeah, that's fine. And actually, try and get some. I don't know why I'm mirroring. Oops. What? Wait. What is this brush? Draw? There's a draw brush. That's new. Is it? Or have I just missed it for a couple of last few weeks? I think we're starting to get somewhere here. Make Phineas and Ferb into 3D models as a request. No. I don't know if you know Pablo Dobaro, in charge of sculpt mode improvement. Yeah. Oh, but I don't know his work actually. Didn't know he had an art station. I do know that he has an art station. I know his art station. I follow him. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, obviously. I follow him on Instagram actually, as well. Wait, let's not confuse him with the other. But what's his other name? He has like an artist name, right? No. But yeah, his art style is also very fantastic. That's true. For the love of like everything that is holy, I cannot keep track of names. Like just the ones I know personally. Like then you have like Julian Kaspar, who works for the Blender Institute, is also really nice. Let's see. Who I'm following more. There's also this kind of stuff. Julian Paris is also a very good 3D artist. There's some shout outs. Leo Resende. It's very nice. It's a very nice style. Yeah, so just gonna drop him in the chat here. Where's the chat? There it is. It's also really nice. But yeah, Joshua van Rose is nice. For a lot of 2D artists who do the same style. I mean, there's countless of them, right? Just looking for someone in particular. Marion Volpe is also a really nice artist. Yeah, Jan Sculpts, of course, from Paris. He does the sculpting videos for Blender. He's also a really nice artist. Of course, Rico Killier, Danny Mac. Obviously, how can we forget about Danny Mac? Hey everybody, it's Danny Mac. Oh, I love his channel. And there's countless more. Countless more. Yeah. So let's try and get in those ranks, shall we? Just gonna try and find a redistribute the words here. I kind of like where this is going. Let's go back to edit mode. Can actually control some of these elements a little bit better. I mean, it kind of looks like an anime character, which is not inherently a bad thing. But I guess it's up to the style to determine that once you start shading and stuff. Mr. Pigeon, that's hard and a lot of work to make CGI for movies or shows. Yes, of course, it is a lot of work. Also, I would have made this into a 10-minute tutorial, but yeah, no, it's definitely hard. But it's valuable to try and achieve, like even if you just make a cube that has like 2 eyes, right? And you just start animating that, and it's like hello, and you can make blinking animations, and then move up from there, like have him a little body. It goes like, oh hello, yeah, yes, I'm a little character, and just animating that, and like go over the entire pipeline. I'm just stepping it up a little bit, just to go over the entire pipeline and see what we do. It's actually what do we do? It's like I love making characters with closed eyelids, and once you start animating them, it's like they come alive. It's like, it's alive, like Frankenstein. Okay, let's actually start modeling the hair. I cannot postpone this any further. So I'm gonna enable bevel curve tools again. And like I maybe said in a previous one, this seriously lags up my oh, it crashes instantly. Oh, because I know why. Because I have to be out of focus view. And then something, yeah, it made some temp files, which is not good. Okay, everything seems fine. So now, oh man, this is already, okay, new beveled curve. Everything's fine. Okay, and normally it just lags down the move tool. Maybe I should update Blender again. Maybe it's fixed. But let's just go to edit bevel. Although I think we can keep this a triangle for now, but what I like to add a little bit more is a bit of curve into that hair, like this. All right. Okay. Now we say finish edit bevel. All right. Now I can actually go to edit preferences, disable this. So now everything is fast again for some reason, but we still have our bevel here. So I'm just gonna go and copy the boy to the right quickly here. And then delete sculpt here so we kind of have a reference of what we're doing. So I'm gonna put my magnets to face. All right. Just gonna make the hair strand on the top here. Put rotate on median point again. Scale it down. And then just align it with the actual hair reference that we set up here. This goes actually just up. Press Alt S to make this bigger. Actually want to have this in the head and then maybe subdivide it to have, oops. Just go more into the middle. Make this thicker. You can make the thicker by pressing Alt S, and this all works without the bevel tool. In the bevel tool, the only thing it does is setting it up. So then we press Ctrl T, yes, to rotate it, and then actually I want it with the curved part up. I'm confused. Oh, yeah, like this. Nice. I actually wanna, oops. Oh man. Can just make it. Okay. Just make the other ones. We'll see where it goes. We'll just copy this. And then the strand next to it goes just down his face. Turn this off for a second. It's in his head. Okay. Rotate it around with Ctrl T. Let's see here, like this. Of course, you don't want it to twist too much. Okay. Clean. Because the bevel tool uses features that are all in Blender, but I mean, it's a great add-on. But yeah, the lag is not so great. So I'm actually gonna, I might just delete this. Oops. Yeah, and actually have the hair just visible here. And then just select everything we need, press slash, so we don't get distracted by the other stuff. And if you like this stream, and I don't want to plug myself too much, but share it with your friends or people who might be interested. Because I'm doing this a little bit in my free time now. The more support, the better, of course. I just want to have this more across the face. Yeah, that looks better. It's a bit more unfurnished. Now we're getting somewhere. Now I just want to have it the other way around. Bring this to the front. Scale it down a little bit because it kind of looks weird. Increase this. Down. Can do the same here to improve the silhouette a bit. Might send this to a friend of mine who's a great character designer later, and then see what she has to say. Change the entire design. Yeah, like if you because the danger always is with kind of these big projects is to stare yourself blind on your own project and not seeing what is good and bad anymore. And a great way to counter that actually is to there we go. Just gonna separate this, okay, so that we have the front part and the back part separate. We're gonna add some more details later. I just lost a bet, I think. Yep. I just lost a bet with a friend. I don't know what I had to do when I lost that bet. Oh yeah, so I lost a bet just now that forces me to wear a short next time we go to a restaurant with a group of friends, because I never wear shorts. I always wear long pants. I don't know. I don't like my knees exposed or something, I guess. That sounds weird. But now I have to wear shorts for that food occasion. Yeah, we were here, by the way. So kind of want to hide this for a second. Kind of want this to go around here and then like this. That makes sense. We're gonna add some more detailed hairs later. Now it's just like getting the big strands, and that looks nice from a distance. And then, yeah, if we have these big strands, we can kind of animate them a little bit with bones. If he does like some big movement or falls on the floor. Can even maybe animate this big one to maybe fall in front of his face and then he wipes it back. I don't know. Some nice character touches, you know. And then, yeah, maybe he has some longer hair down the back. Would actually be nice. Kind of want to follow the curve everywhere, but kind of adjust the curve so that makes a little bit more sense. And layer the hair later. So I think, yeah, the top hair actually is not that long. And it's actually the hair here at the back that's going to be longer. That's going to give off the feel that it hasn't been cut in a while, I think. We'll see that when we get there. So actually, so let's have two more at the back here. Still going right. Okay. Then actually I'm gonna right one. So actually, Julian showed me this way of doing hair. So he's now uploading a character workflow on the Blender clouds, which I'm trying to follow as well. Let's get the correct rotation here. Pull this back from the skull a bit, which is awesome. Like if you want to learn making stylized characters, I think his course is a way to go. Just follow the stream and try to follow along. So I guess now we're kind of mirroring what we did on the other side, but not doing an actual mirror because we kind of want to make it look different. So that starts to look fine. Actually twisting the tops here and there. It's a nice way of actually having some depth to the hair. There we go. Rotate this again. The other way. So this should actually be the one that goes around the ear. A little bit smoother. Higher. Might be a bit too much. Yeah, I might do that. That's actually a good suggestion. There you go. If you refresh the page now, you see, let's make a 3D animate film, Blender 2.8. Aw, thanks. So thanks Mac9 Macros for the suggestion of the title, and thanks String Fairy for sharing it on your Twitter. Yeah, we're kind of working on that, having some kind of more exposure on social media, kind of expanding the brand a little bit. I'm also kind of working on some other stuff that would, like for the exposure we would be getting, but I can't tell too much about that now. Secrets, like this. Kind of makes sense, sure. Let's rotate a little bit here, like this. Yeah, sure. Put it on random for a second. And of course, this picks the same color. Oof, shouldn't name it as well, by the way. We haven't done that. Hair front. Alright, let's change this color. Hair back. And we should add that to the boy body. Oh, we can't do that. Okay. So actually select it and press Ctrl P, or press Ctrl P in here. It's parent to object. Okay. Hey Kenny, question. I heard a lot about geometry intersections is not good, but is it bad for the render? Well, I thought it as well, like a time ago, where I was like, oh, intersections are bad, but intersections really don't matter. As long as, you just have to look at your model and be like, does this look good? At the moment, yeah, these intersections kind of look bad because they're not like kind of aligned the way you want it to be. I guess you could fix this momentarily by rotating this around. And yeah, I think already kind of solves the issue. But I learned actually, especially making game art, that intersections don't matter. Like, you shouldn't have it in one organic object like the face, like having intersections in the face. Like, I'm just gonna exaggerate here for a moment, right? But if you would have the nostrils like intersecting here, yeah, that would look weird because it's one organic object, right? Or here, like it wouldn't make sense. But for other objects, like let's say I want to make a pin on this body, and it aligns with his body but kind of intersects, it doesn't matter. Like, especially for small details, like you don't see that. It happens all the time in 3D, especially like, okay, for CG animated movies, you kind of want to avoid obvious intersections. Of course, if you have like two furniture pieces, you don't want them to intersect. Like, but basically the rule is, if you look at your model and you're like, it looks good, then intersections don't matter. I think a lot of people get cropped up with a lot of technicalities. Like, this is also with the quad discussion. Like, you only have to have quads and no trees. And this makes sense for animating, because if you're animating, like the thing we did with the hand with our complicated loop cuts here, we want to have that, because then animating it, the deformation will keep the normals in check and it will not have any artifacts. But you will see when animating, when deforming meshes, where this starts having issues. Like, we still have some issues here, right? Because we're just going into a curve, and we actually have a pole here, and this kind of pulls away some of the normal information to this side, which kind of looks kind of Yankee. But this gets solved anyway, because once you use subdivision, everything gets turned to quads anyway, and you still have these poles. That's why you have to look out for them, because you're still gonna kind of see it. But no, you can use as much intersection as you want, as long as you kind of don't show it too much, right? Or if it makes sense. Like, of course, your hair is gonna intersect with your skull. I mean, it intersects in real life. You're not gonna model each like pore into it separately, and also stuff that intersects that you don't really see. Like, okay, I made one mesh out of like the clothes, the first layer of clothes and the body, but what I could also do is like just have pans that kind of shrink into here. As a matter of fact, let me show you another model real quickly, one I'm working on, because I'm also doing a competition at the moment for flip normals. This is what that looks like at the moment. So I have a basic pirate model here. Yeah, and as you can see here, if we go into my gizmo's turned off here, if you go here, you see that these plant thingies, I don't know what they're called at the moment, barnacles, they just intersect with the mesh of the boot. Actually should real quickly not have the boot res on, so you can just see the base mesh. And I have intersections here with like parts of the belt just going into the belt. Of course, this one is just okay, I'll work on this again. Kind of a one frame render, so I can cheat away a lot. Like, for instance, the hands are very basic, just because I'm hiding it away with the blade, and you just see the two fingers sticking out here. So that's the only thing I need to worry about. For animation, of course, if you're modeling for animation, you need to prepare a lot of stuff, because they are gonna see the backside. They are gonna see like different deformations, but it's just like whatever, right? like for instance here I have an intersection that's not okay, is the arm intersecting with the, don't know why I didn't spot that before, but there we go. But yeah, so let's save this. So let's go back to our point model here. All right. So yeah, that's basically how you want to think about it. Hey Mach 9, I have to go. I'll finish seeing him later. Great work. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge. Greetings to all. Yeah, see you later, Mach 9 Marcos. I should just call him Marcos, I guess. Yeah, see you later. Have fun. Thanks for watching. Thanks for looking into the stream and stuff. Okay, so now we just want the last part of the hair, which is gonna be the hairs. I'm just gonna separate it again, and that's just gonna stick out from under here. It's gonna be a little bit thinner, and that's actually the hair coming out of the skull. So I'm just gonna have it here somewhere. So this is hidden at the moment. So okay, yeah, that actually looks good. So I'll make it a little bit messier. Let's have it stick out here a little bit. So your hair is all about layering. It's a quote from Julian. I'm talking about a lot about Julian on the stream. Should I have him over on the stream if he can? Give me feedback. So then, yeah. Oh, I rotated that too much. Oof. There we go. Yeah, let's rotate this a bit and have it the other way again. A bit longer, maybe this one a bit shorter, this one a bit more flat. Like I also want to kind of fall on the shoulder a little bit more, so I am going to increase. Oops. That's not what I want to do. Yeah, rotating these things is always kind of tricky, but not too much, I guess, because we kind of want to avoid animating this too much. Just a couple of bones for the hair, just to simulate some kind of secondary animation. I might check if I can get in contact once we start animating, because animating is definitely the field I need most help with. I'm just gonna check if I can get Healthy maybe to give some feedback. It actually looks pretty fine. Yeah, this is not half bad. I used to have hair like this, like the long hair. Like always, the front hair whipping back to my... I'm getting back to that with having long hair. Should cut it again. Okay. Let's see here. I think it's enough hair, right? Well, I mean, we're gonna add some detail here, of course, but yeah, it's starting to look like a real character. Again, I still want to emphasize his boots more. His boots are my main selling point. It's all about the boots, man. Maybe even rotate this a little bit. bring the knee back in. I did it the wrong way. Should have selected these. Make the influence a little bit like this. Then just go like just a little bit more, like the edges sticking out to make the silhouette a little bit more interesting, more appealing to look at. Yeah, there we go. Push this maybe back in a little bit. Pull this down. I'm just doing a little bit of organic modeling, checking where I want to do stuff. That's fine. And if we go into subdividing it, that looks fine. It looks like a character. Mission accomplished. So let's add some details, shall we? So we don't want to add any details that don't add to the story. Yeah, well, one thing we still need to add is the jacket. So the jacket actually pulls off. Oof. And that's going to be a separate... well, there's two ways we can go do this, actually. One is actually make two character meshes, one with the jacket and one without. And then actually at the moment he pulls it off, we switch the models between shots, which might be the easiest way to do it. The other one is, of course, having the jacket over him. But I think we have to do that anyway, so... yeah, the hard thing is going to be giving him the hoodie. Might like change his nose a little bit. I'm looking at it. Might model some details in there. Maybe sculpt it up a little bit. Yeah, I overdid that part. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, that looks fine. That just want to look a little less adult and a little more boyish, girlish, whatever, kiddish. Right, let's take it next to our dog. Dog's like woof. Yeah, they actually still fit together. That's nice. A little bit more skull to have here. And they look nice in wireframe. So I'm just gonna, this part always makes me kind of nervous. Save the hair here. Actually showing these up. If you just convert to mesh, then this actually looks fine. Before we do that though, I'll unmerge them. I don't know if I want to add details. It's like, normally I would like add smaller strains. But that just might make it harder to make it realistic. I'm gonna just separate this. No, I'm not gonna separate it yet, because I'm just gonna copy and paste some of these. And actually, put them some up still. This looks pretty cool. Just put the hair maybe inwards. Nah, not the main strands at least. And as you can see here as well, I think that the one kind of sells it. I'll make this one a little bit bigger. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna regret giving him long hair. Let's see here. In a second, I'll put this one in front between here. Try to make it a little bit messier. Have that intersection go a little bit smoother, like this, or maybe not. Just have it go disappear into the hair a little bit smoother. Yeah, like that. And we can just delete this one actually. Okay. Then have one last one over here. That is just covering the ear a little bit more. Yeah, that looks nice. Nice. Then maybe I just want something to go into here. A little bit back. And delete the top one. So then have, oh god, where is it? No, because it starts to become messy. Although I don't think that's necessary, let's just delete it. I think having the shape here kind of is okay. Like if we, yeah. Although, you know what? Let's just copy this one. Press Alt S. Bring it forward. Oh. Just hold it like this. Looks pretty nice. Oops, not Alt T. Shift T, no, Alt T. What? Control T, that's it. To rotate it. I'll actually get an edge out of here. But maybe not in the base. Let's do it like this. Yeah, there we go. Maybe even have the hair go a little bit back more. I'm just guessing which one I have to take. Gonna split up some of these again. I think, yeah, these are the back ones. So once it becomes too complicated, I separate it. It becomes different mesh. And that's way easier to actually adjust them. So now I can just take this, maybe see. There we go. That is nice. Nice and relaxing. Then we can go in here. Have this go a little bit more just inwards. All right. Yeah, it looks nice. And we have to go a little bit more around. Just a little bit from this side, a little bit better. This might be a little bit too thick. Yeah, yeah, that's all a lot of issues. Okay. Alrighty. So next, yes, we don't need that detail at the back. We don't see him from the back that much, and so we're just gonna join these up again. So wait, we're just gonna copy this another time as a backup. Delete that light. We don't need that light. Or just, you know, convert to mesh. This becomes here top. Let's keep these as separate meshes for now. Yeah. Don't know how they close that off, by the way. Just gonna check in here. Where's my clipping close? View. Clip starts. What's that? 0, 0, 0. Okay. There you go. Oof. It's kind of harsh, but it'll serve our purposes. Okay. All right. So we have our boy now. And we need to add his jacket. So let's do that. Just gonna separate the boy without his hair for now. Make a job a little bit easier. Add a circle. Let's go as low poly as we can at the moment. So like 16. Let's put it in the middle. Let's also first go to front view wireframe. This will be the last thing we'll do today. Then scale it down. Apply the scale just for a second. Okay, so now I'm gonna look up raincoat. Okay, we can kind of give him a too big of a raincoat that would maybe fit an adult. I'm gonna make a confession here. I hate modeling clothing like this because it's so difficult. You have to line up everything. Well, one thing we can maybe do is go to... No, let's not do that. I want to shrink wrap it, but maybe we can do that at some point, but let's not start with that. And then we'll just go poof, poof, poof. Can maybe like make the raincoat longer than he is. That'll be pretty interesting. A kid with raincoat. What is this? I think I can show this. I'm just gonna show you guys a picture like this. That is way too funny. What is this? Oh my god, this is genius. Yeah, well, it keeps your kid dry, I guess. That's genius. This is like one of the things you see. It's big raincoats. Yeah, so we kind of want to have the raincoat being too big, so let's keep in the shapes we just need to define that. Alright. Well, as a matter of fact, let's just do this correctly. Add a circle. Whoops. Keep clipping. You know what? Let's just add another circle. Let's change this to 12. Yeah, that'll work. And let's bring this to the size. We kind of want it like this. Yes. All right. This is gonna be fun to animate. But yeah, we'll see when we get there. No point in worrying about that now, I think. Let's just keep on going with this for a second. Then just connect these ones. All right. And then we kind of want to select this edge loop, bring it down here, put the clipping back on, like this. I guess I kind of want his knees and stuff still poking out. All right, let's bring this up, scale it down. Let's worry about the shape and all that later. Just first trying to get everything I want to be correct. Let's relax this a little bit. Same here. Oof, man, I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream in 15 minutes because I need my second lunch. I'm gonna be either eating small snacks more times a day instead of like having big meals, because then you're more hungry and then you eat more, and I'm on a diet. I hate to admit it, but yes, I am on a diet. So let's actually make this go down here. Another stand. The F tool should be able to catch that. But anyway. All right. That looks good. Let's do the same thing with the front here. All right. Is this? Wait, this can gonna work actually. If we loop this around. Poof. No, this one. Oops. Like this one, I mean. Wait, I'm going to salt my so you guys see a little bit more, because even I'm having trouble seeing it. So I have a new chat message, but I can't read it for some reason. I'm just gonna write a dot. Oh, Dark Studio Music Songs Movies message retracted. Okay. Hello, message retracted. I don't know, was that spam? At last, long last. The Jedi will fall. Alright, so let's just connect up these two, put them to edge loops, and just pull up here. Go like this. Oh, come on, really? Go like this. And then we have a loop cut around the shoulder. That's nice. Now we can just go like this. These connected. Then we actually see we have a vertex too much here. Just gonna make it as slow poly as I can first. Just press Shift N for a second. And then it kinda makes sense over here. If we dissolve two vertices, that might not be good for my topology. There we go. Oh, that's fine. All right. let's see now. I kind of want to, maybe I can overdo this a little bit. Yeah, let's go more like this. Just over the hands. All right. And then I also kind of want a hoodie, but I don't know how to model that. So actually, this should be bigger, right? Yeah. Still looking at reference, but let's see what we do here. Oof. This might need a little smoothing. There we go. Yeah, let's add some loop cuts here so that we have more squares. We can actually shape this a little bit better. Let's see. This also look like a boy wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. So let's fit this first. Also, I think like maybe we should more like this. Then just fit it right behind them. Yeah, this is starting to look more like a wizard's coat. Yeah, I guess because I made it a little bit too flaunty, like it has to be a little bit more flat. Because I kind of want to keep the shape in there. Like the stylistic shape. Let's smooth it out a bit, shall we? But I guess this should be like just not as exaggerated. I guess the hoodie will fix like some of that stuff. Let's go up here. Let's actually just do this. Do this. Huh. Never modeled a hoodie before. It's just the same seam, right, in the clothing. So it comes up here, and then it's just like this. Whoa. What happened? That's weird. Oh man, if I connect these. No, it flips the normals for some reason. Yeah, and that's all right. Now we can start to kind of shape this a bit better. There we go. So first topology, and then we do the shape. First of all, I'm going to scope mode, and I'm gonna throw the smoothing a lot on this. It kind of disappears in the head. Good. And then I'm just gonna increase this where needed. There we go. I think now like this should be like more even. Like if we go from here to here, just be a bit more relaxed. Then maybe even more in front. Relax this. I'm such a bootleg modeler, but like instead of like doing this vertex by vertex, I just like through the entire shape somewhere and then just relax everything. But yeah, at this stage it's like fine. It kind of looks like a raincoat. How does this look with the hair? Actually, oof. select everything here. No, not you. Let's pull it over him a little bit. Yeah, this is gonna be exciting to animate. But I guess as long as he has his hood on, we don't have to render the back hair. We can just hide it, yeah. Because I mean, he only has his hood on for like 2 shots, so I think it's fine if you just cheat it away a little bit. Yeah, definitely, because you see him from the sidewalk, like just running. Although I do think this should be a little bit smoother. Relax this. I mean, we can do this in edit mode, sculpt mode. My apologies. Actually, yeah, inflate it a bit. There we go. Maybe undo some of that a little bit. There we go. I do want this to be longer than the hands. I kind of have to admit. Because I actually want him like standing in the rain and you don't see his hands. Like, yeah. Go to random. And we have an intersecting thumb here, but I'm gonna ignore that for now because I mean, when we rig the thumb, when we animate the thumb, it's not gonna intersect anymore, so I'm not gonna be bothered for that too much at the moment. So look right here, it's for the edge. So if we solidify this now, yeah, it's gonna look a lot better. But of course, delete the subdivision for a second. Let's delete edge loop for now. Let's wait until we actually start detailing this. Yeah. So if anybody has any last questions, ask them now, because I'm gonna rage quit in 10 minutes. And we'll see how far we go next time. Because, yeah, I guess a lot of his detailing on his body is gonna be texturing. I mean, we can still, I mean, if these are rubber boots, which I imagine they are, then I don't think they need a lot of detailing. No, we can maybe like define more of a sole here. Maybe. Like this. But I mean, then it's fine. And go as far as actually giving this. We can check if this is necessary to do this. Well, yeah, it looks fine. Maybe just this part. Then bring it all together a bit more back here. Oh, come on. What's, oh, that's what's going on. Wait, oh gee, double set, okay. There we go. That looks actually fine. Yeah. There we go. And I mean, we add some like ropes to the raincoat. But I think that's about it for modeling the characters, because I'm gonna do the rest in texturing. Like, we're not gonna have too much detail. I'm gonna keep it fairly simple, so that our colors can really shine through, like really simple style. I'm not going to go too detailed, so we don't spend like 5 streaming sessions just texturing his t-shirt or something. Yeah. I think like we can add some loop cuts here, so it's actually a little bit consistent. I think I endangered myself a little bit with not putting enough loop cuts in here. I'm not sure I'm gonna fix that at this point. I guess, yeah, this is a little bit messy. This is a lot messy. We have to clean that up. Let's clean it up and call it quits for today. So yeah, that's gonna make more sense. Then I guess instead of having an extra loop cut going back here, we can actually have disconnected and disconnected. Go back here, poof, until all these vertices go like this, this back up like this. So we have an extra loop cut here. We're not sacrificing anything or adding loop cuts over the entire mesh. Yeah, and that's gonna be a lot more satisfying to our silhouette, because it needs to look fine in low poly, to be honest. So I guess like in total without the eyes we are now have 22k verts. The lens about 30k verts, but we kind of want to have a nice silhouette. Why? Because we kind of want to animate this in low poly, so we can preview the animation pretty nicely, and then be sure once we start rendering with the subdivision on to smoothen out like the edges and stuff, that everything looks fine, right? But so we don't have to animate like on a lower FPS, and we keep things simple and easy. Art is fun. All right, I'm just gonna check if we have any more questions. When are you back online? Is it daily at a certain time? No, not at this point. I'm trying to do this daily from 1 to 4, but at this moment it's not daily, and I don't have a schedule yet because I'm working on so many projects at the same time. This is really when I have time. But you can click the but the streams are always watchable afterwards, and you can always subscribe and click the little bell button if you want to get notified when I'm online. And I hope, like, once this turns into something, I might like if we have like 50 viewers or 100 viewers, I might start considering like maybe turning this into something I do every day, and then we can do project after project. Like I think that will happen once this project is done and I can kind of prove it works. Then yeah, then we can do that. So now we have our dock. Okay. So we have our dock, we have our kit and our raincoat, and they start to look really cool. So next time we're going to do detailing. So we're also going to insert the teeth and the tongue, and are going to start modeling the eyes That'll be for next time. There'll be a session, I guess, and after that we're actually gonna start either rigging or texturing them first, depending on what my mood is. All right, but we might actually start rigging them first and doing some basic shape keys already, so we can actually put them in another pose when we start texturing them, and then we can refine the rigging, so we can see where the textures are stretching and stuff, and can spot some differences. There's some weird things going on here. Do I have to make it really thick before it stops glitching? Yeah, apparently. I do want to let it go on the inside, but then that's a viewport issue. And it starts to look really cool. So yeah, for the rest of the short, of course, he's gonna have his. I'll do this really quickly. His hoodie down. Like this somewhat. Oh god. Screwed up the mesh. Never mind. It's gonna take a lot more time to make that jacket. So I guess we're gonna make two versions of the jackets. One where the hoodie is down, one where the hoodie is up. And then once he takes it off, you can just take it off the mesh. But yeah, we kind of want to avoid having too many issues with intersections when animating. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the stream. As always, like and subscribe. You can always comment for questions. I mostly always answer questions in the comments as well. And if you want to support this series, like I said, like and subscribe. All right, yeah, Kenny, you also have a good day. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye, goodbye, my friends.